Hi, my name is Marie Nugent, and I'm here to talk to you today about standing up for yourself. Now, I'll be the first to admit I hate confrontation. I always have, and I would go a million miles to avoid it. Not that I don't stand up for myself, but it didn't serve me well over the years, particularly when you're in a relationship. If you're not afraid to be able to speak and you keep biting down on your words, then you're doing yourself a huge disservice. So, people come into your life for a reason, and I have recently just had to do probably what I feared most, and that was to stand up for myself. It was a set of circumstances that had come around by somebody whom I had thought was working on my behalf and didn't seem to be doing the job quite as well as should have been done. I find that there just comes a time, there's a realization where you just have to, there's a catalyst that you just say, okay, that's it. That's enough. I am not putting up with this anymore. And that's what came about. And I found that I got angry. And anger is good, actually, because if you channel it in a positive way, not in a nasty way, but it can actually fuel the energy to move you forward and to keep you going and to bite the bullet and do what it is that you were actually meant to do in the first place. And now I do realise I'll take personal responsibility that a lot of the situation that had occurred, it was because I had let things slide. I'd been aware of the situation for a while, but I had thought, things are going to get better. How often have we told ourselves that before? And it just wasn't happening. So, yeah, I did. I stood up for myself. And it was hugely empowering. But then, of course, when you do stand up for yourself, there's the backlash. And I did brace myself for that. And that was... when you don't like confrontation, that was tough. And I think what I learned from the situation, and I'm still learning from the situation, is about supporting your body when it goes through. So my mind and my thoughts, I can actually, work on my thoughts and my thought process. I find my physical body, I like actually going for sessions to support it. My body just goes, oh, God, that's great. And I come away energized. So it's going to somebody that you trust and just allowing the energy to move through you without you holding on to it. It's so important. So that was another experience that I chalked in my belt. Just when you think that the worst is over, and it is over. The years of the heart slog are over. And the end of this particular situation is in sight as well. But it's just that, particularly with the energies that are going around at the moment, everything that was happening was spot on and reflected by, the energies that were prevailing. So it's interesting to, when you're going through stuff, sometimes it's because it's bringing up stuff that you have to deal with. I mean, there's always that. But there is also the thing that maybe, that there are certain energies out there that facilitate this to happen. So I learned another thing onto my long, long list of lengthy things that I had to do. But what I was actually thinking about is how important it is to have support. And as each experience that I experience for myself, I know that I can use it to help others because I know exactly where it's been. And I thought, do you know what? For people that are going through life's challenging times, to have somebody on your side energetically as well as physically. Holding their hand, supporting you, not doing it for you because nobody can do it except for, only you can do it for yourself. And I thought, there are lots of people out there that are actually going through really, really tough times where they actually hit the wall and say, okay, I can't do this any longer. But can you imagine if you set yourself up in advance to actually having the right support with you while you're going through these experiences? And that's where I come in. Nobody's an expert in everything, despite what people say. But when you go through life's experiences, you certainly have that under your belt. And that's really, really important. The fact of what it is that you did when you felt that way. And also knowing that you are going through the same thing that I would have gone through and come out the other side. And that's the most important thing of all, that regardless of what it is that you're facing, you can go through it and you can come out the other side. So I am available for life's transformational coaching or mentoring for 6 months to a year, depending on what it is that you want or what it is that you want help with and support with as you go through. No more sitting on the sidelines saying, I can't do this. Anybody can do anything with the right support. And if you feel I will be the right support for you, then please contact me. So as we continue to learn and grow and contact and connect with each other, it's really, really important that we support each other. So this is my time now. There's a huge, huge change coming up over the next 3 months. We're basically laying the foundations of what it is that we want to do for, the next 7-8 years of our lives. So it's not at all surprising that, that things come up to clear beforehand. And that's okay. Once they come up and once they're done, I will never be in a position again where I will allow a set of circumstances like that to happen. I will recognize the signs beforehand, and I will deal with it earlier. So, yeah, living and learning. So, anyway, I am available. My business is called Time to Sparkle and Shine, because I do believe that it is our time to sparkle and shine. And no more hiding a light under the bushel. We can actually take the steps where we can transform our lives. In the last few years, I have given up a day job. I have moved house twice. I'm now in a house that I absolutely love in the middle of the country, which I also absolutely love. In the next month, I will be divorced. That's a huge part of my past that I'm going to be letting go of. And it's a clear future going forward. So, do you know what? I am so ready and so available to help women to get through their next year or their next 6 months or whatever it is that you need help and support getting through. So, and because I have a significant birthday coming up, I am going to be doing it at a special price. Once only, just for the month of September. And I am going to only take on 3 people, because I do believe that when you work one-to-one with people, that it's really, really important that your energy is clear and that you are physically able to stand up and support people. And with all of the things that I've been through in the past, that's something that's really, really I've become aware of. So when I'm going through things myself, I realise that I'm not 100% available to help people and to help the women that are willing to change their lives. So when chapters are done, it is the perfect time for moving forward. And as September is my birthday month, yeah, it's a fabulous time to be doing that thing. So it's not surprising, that life is just going to be taking off, and wonderful and exciting and challenging and uplifting and inspiring. So it's great. Thank you for letting me in to your houses, into your feeds. And I hope that I'll be able to help you in the future. Bye-bye.